Hello.
Hey.
Gedde, look up. Look, there you are.
Oh, sorry.
We're here, and we're not really late. That only took me 2 seconds. We just weren't watching the time that carefully. In case you don't know, I'm Rich.
I'm Gedde.
Trev.
God, it's the opposites. It's reversed. And let me.
Oh, it is reversed.
Enter full screen. Boom. So anyway, welcome to our live. We're here to talk about season 2, what's going on with it. We've got a new trailer that we're putting up today. You guys will get an exclusive notice of it. We're going to take it live shortly.
Hold for a sec.
Yeah, we're having a weird little echo thing happening here.
Give me the microphone thing.
No, that's just our mic. Okay. Well, let's check with this. Can you guys hear us okay? And is there a delay?
You gotta hear that.
I think you can.
Where's the blonde guy? Charles is asking. He's in Palm Springs.
James.
He's scorching in the heat.
Yeah, it's like 115.
Okay, so you can hear us. You're not hearing an echo. This is really strange. Okay, thank you, David. So the sound is back on. The problem is we're getting feed. We're hearing ourselves on a delay, which I don't understand what that's about. If anybody knows anything about YouTube Lives and might be able to explain to us why we're doing this, that would be great. Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, do that.
How about now? Can you hear me now, please? Everyone looking at your screen, nod. Yes. Wait, we can't see you. I'm sorry, we can't see you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can hear us great. Okay, we did it.
There you go.
Woo! Okay, we fixed it. Okay, just real quickly, we're getting a lot of questions already. So let's, before we started getting to our spiel, we've all got stuff now we want to share with you. Thank you, Charles, for saying this is such a great show. Kathy loved it, watching it. Thank you. Is the new Matt Bomer Golden Girls offering going to be a good compliment? No idea. And Sean, yes, Sean is here. He finally called me. Welcome. Hola, amigo Jesus. The blonde guy, we went through that. He's not here. Chuck Sakula is back in a very big way in season 2. He's not with us here today. Chuck is no longer with us.
Oh,
today, right now.
he will be.
This is coffee.
I hope.
Okay, so we got
provided by Richard.
Yes, RBS. Thank you. We're drinking some more of your special coffee that you sent. So, a couple things. We may have mentioned this. You may have seen this in my Instagram, but season 2 is 100% completed. The sound is done. The music is done. The color is done. The credits are in. It looks fabulous. Thank you. Those are words that we can say. It's incredible. We're so proud of it. We just sat down and watched the first episode because Gedde has not seen it with the full sound.
Incredible. The music's incredible.
Music. David, yeah, who scored season 1, just smashed it out of the park for season 2. So I can't wait. It's actually kind of killing me that we just can't show it. I mean, it really is like, I want to get it out there, you know, because we work so long. Right? But if we do that, there's not going to be a season 3. So try to hold on. And for those of you who have not heard this approach before, talks that we've done, we want to sell the show. We want to get a streamer to buy the show. We can't sell the show if we put it on YouTube first. The reason why we want to sell the show is because we want to do more seasons of the show. And the reason why we want to do more, the way that all works out is if we do we want to do more seasons, they will pay us to do more seasons. If we don't sell the show, if we just put it on YouTube, then we have to fundraise again, which means we're going to be coming to you guys again for money.
You don't want that.
You don't want that, and it actually gets more expensive every year we do it. Well,
Kidding. We're not even getting paid.
here's the thing. I know, like, I have not made a dime off of this. These guys, we've got guys on the crew getting paid $25 a day. That's not what they make professionally. They're just helping us out and being sweet.
So that's the incentive.
I'd like to make my insurance again.
Yes. I would like to make insurance. I'd like to be insured.
Right.
Colonoscopies aren't. Well, I had a colonoscopy today. So if I seem a little loopy, it's because I was under anesthesia and I'm drinking with.
I was going to say.
Coffee beans.
Cheers to season 2. So that's the thing. Charles is saying Amazon Prime. They do not pay anything for the shows. Like, a couple $1,000s literally. Somebody asked about Here TV. Here TV, they offered to put on season 1 for a couple of $1,000s for exclusive. It's like 6 months. I mean, that's no.
Maybe Hallmark.
Right. If there's some sort of revolution at the Hallmark, well,
Christmas. Yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
gay
I saw
Christmas
it. Yeah, exactly.
They hit their
It was-
quota.
It was very clean.
Yes.
Oh
We have a couple. Okay, I remember Chuck from Joseph with Donnie. Oh yeah, Don Joseph had an amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh,
Chuck actually played the electric multicolored
Jesus.
the coat. He played because he's
right.
never mind.
Joseph.
Never mind.
That's a cool role.
It is a coat. Kenneth, thank you. He's impressed with us. Well, we love people who are fans of the show, so thank you. Charles, yes, sell.
Amazon Prime.
Oh,
You're talking about-
Irish Kevin, this question for you,
For who?
for Trevor. Have you fully recovered from your injuries to the fire?
Yeah, it was burns that healed a week later.
Right.
First day, it felt like sunburn. The second day, my forehead, arm, and knees, they melted up into blisters. But
Oh my
it saved the
gosh.
house.
You saved-
My house caught on fire. It was electrical fire.
Oh.
It caught.
I didn't know.
It was the pool that caught,
Yes.
and then it spread to the corner of the house.
The basement area?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you
Where,
were
where, the,
working.
where the pool is?
No, the outdoor area of the pool.
Oh, the
The
out.
entire deck, 30 feet wide, was in flames, 3 stories tall. I was the only one
Oh
home.
my God.
And I was in shorts. That was it. And I ran out, and I'm spread in the corner of the house, feeling the heat. And
Did Amy Hill, your neighbor, come out with a fire hose?
no, but a bunch of neighbors came out,
Wonderful
and,
actress,
and
right?
2 of them were like pleading with me at the street level, like, please get away, it could blow up because there's gas lines and propane tanks, and
Oh my
I was
God.
like, I have to do something. I can't just watch the house. I was prepared to watch the house burn down. And the fire
That's so
department showed up
scary.
7 minutes later, so it was the longest 7 minutes
Were they
of my
cute?
life. They were all so cute. It definitely helped.
Sorry.
They were there for 2 hours, so
No,
half an
this-
hour to put a fire out.
I think it had to eventually.
It was plus.
It's a destiny. James Martin, the microphone cuts in and out. Let us know, people, if there are problems with that. Paramount Plus, that's a great. So here's the deal. If there's anybody watching this, if you work someplace or you know someone who works someplace at someplace like Paramount Plus, at Hulu, at Stars, at Showtime, at HBO, whatever, get them to see the show and get in contact with us, and you can help us sell the show. We're going to be pushing whatever connections we have, but you just never know who's out there. Our grip on reality. Thank you guys for your show and your grip on reality. I think my grip on reality is a little tenuous.
What does that mean?
A little loose.
Yeah, loose.
A little loose.
No, I think your grip on reality is really well done, actually.
It's
in the
good.
show.
Oh, in the show.
Yeah, I think that's what they meant.
In the show.
I think they
We're not
meant
talking
the
about you being
show.
loose in real
I don't
life.
think
but-
they meant- I mean, his grip on reality, that's a whole different thing. But the show, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Um,
If you think season 1 is good, season 2 is out of this
Yeah.
world.
it's-
Well, Sean says he was season 1 was so good and he was sad when it ended. You were sad when it ended because you wanted to see more, or did the ending make you sad? Could be. Tubi. Yeah, you know what? We're considering Tubi. What we're trying to do, one of the points of attack is to try to find a manager who is able to carry the show, sort of put it in his pocket, take the show with him into all these different places. And a manager or we do have one connection with, I won't name names, but a very successful television producer who has multiple shows on air. And we have a close connection to him. Hopefully we'll show him the show. And if he likes it, maybe he will sort of usher it into some rooms. That'd be cool. Let's go. Phil says the sound is bad. I don't know what to tell you guys. We're not using the phone. We are using my computer.
It's like maybe there's a microphone setting within your settings. You can adjust within your settings.
Adjust the what?
You know, there's the audio settings or like computer settings. Sometimes the
yeah. Okay. God damn it.
It would be under the computer settings, that little.
Your settings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want to hold for a second, we'll see if there's something that we can do to improve the sound here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is it? Wi-Fi network sound. Play user play feedback from volume output.
Microphone play feedback.
Yeah, there's nothing. I don't know what this problem could be.
Go down. What is control? Is that?
No, that's not
Okay.
It's not. And also, where did?
Well, you guys do that.
Fuck! Where did the Chrome go?
There it is.
There we go. All right. Well, hopefully the sound will clear up. Okay, so Tubi. James R loves the show from rural Idaho. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. This is a MacBook Pro.
That's good.
High up, one of the latest ones. Oh, okay. Andy's asking, is there a deadline of when we would put the show out if we don't get it?
Some settings. Go back to that sound and input on the right. That's the microphone you want to use. And then adjust the input volume by moving this.
Well, the thing is, okay, again, guys, sorry, we're trying to fix the sound for you.
Go back to sound.
Where is it? Where's sound?
Right above where you are. Sound. Then, input on the right. And then
Input volume. Okay, well, maybe.
I think that might be it.
Right. This is the issue we're having. We're going to have an echo, I think.
No, but our speaker's off.
Ah, okay.
So that might be good.
All right. Let's see if this is any better. Coming back to you guys, we got to play around with screens here. Where's Chrome? Boom. Okay.
Did it work?
Let us know if that's any better. Sean says better. Okay. Well,
Oh, wow.
Cool.
fingers crossed. Thank you, Trevor. See.
We'll drink to that.
Thank you.
Yay, tea. By the way,
Trevor,
ageism sucks. This is something that plays a role in season 2 of The Disappointments. Here's a little Easter egg. Oh.
Cool.
Sao Paulo, Brazil says, great show. Thank you, Mauricio. They're easily relatable episodes. Thank you. We actually hear from people who are even straight people. They relate to the show as well.
I talked to my dad the other day, and he reiterated, he's like, that was a really good show.
That's great. That's
Is your
sweet. I want to meet your dad.
Is your dad?
He's straight. Yeah. Happily married.
My mother's
3 kids.
straight. Here's my mother who makes the hats. Who I just recently heard from somebody yesterday sent me a review of my mom's hat. He said he wore it all winter and it kept his head warm and it's still holding up and it was great. Just super sweet. But my mom, who made the hats for the show that we sold in the fundraisers, she started watching the show and she never finished. And what her response to me was, "It's just not for me."
Oh, your mom?
My mom.
It's not her demographic.
Gosh.
Well, meanwhile, she's watching shows in whatever the language is in Turkey. Detective shows on Netflix that are in a foreign language. She's reading the subtitles, but she can't watch her son.
There needs to be more like CSI.
Yeah, I guess, or we just need to have bigger mustaches and speaking a different language.
More violence.
So, just a little side note. I mentioned this before. I had a colonoscopy today, and a lot of our people who are our fans in the audience, you are close to my age, younger, older, whatever, and it's very important after the age of 50 to get a colonoscopy done. And in my case, my mom had colon cancer, so I have to have it done every 5 years. So, super unpleasant. Not the procedure itself, but the preparation, because you literally have to flush out your entire body.
I'm confused. You're so young, though.
Really?
Why'd you have
I look so.
I've had 4.
This was my 5th. 5. I'm a 5-timer.
This is your 5th?
I'm a 5-timer.
Oh my God, I'm older than you. You had 5?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I started getting them before 50 because my mom had colon cancer. I started in my 40s.
Oh,
okay, so just a little public service announcement. Get that thing up your butt and get checked out. Get that camera up there.
part of what Gary is too. Doesn't he get his butt checked?
Gary, that's right. Gary has rectal cancer.
That's right.
In season 1.
That's right.
start season 2 with the? I don't want to give it away.
Don't give it. No giveaways. We do have a new trailer. We're going to be putting it live on YouTube shortly. And what we may do is I may go over, make it live, and say to you guys, okay, it's live, and then have you all run over there and watch the trailer, and then come back and tell us what you think. So we can have a live interaction about your thoughts on the trailer, what you think about what you're seeing in season 2. Like, give us some predictions of what you think is going to happen from what you see. Stephen Davis, this is to you. Guess what's in my coffee cup? Thank you.
Premature.
Yes. Mauricio, yes, he's Asian Brazilian, turning 50, and he relates to the show. Keith was asking, where is the twink tech when you need one? Apparently, we have one. Not so twinky, but
I've lost some weight.
He's got some good tech skills. He's great with a power tool. That's not a euphemism.
Yeah.
So calm down. Calm down.
We do drywall, tiling,
Yeah, I could actually use your help here.
the cabinets, and
Plumbing.
Irish Kevin says, and once season 2 airs, you all will be eligible for Emmy Awards, like Trevor is for his other project, Pepito's America.
This one makes us eligible.
Yeah. If yes, it doesn't even have to sell. We can, if we put it up as a digital series, it'll be eligible as a digital series, and wait till you see season 2. It's
being eligible and being nominated, but at least we're eligible to be considered.
It's just an honor to be eligible.
It's the right.
It won the Humanitas Prize Award. I don't know if any of you are familiar. The last season won the Humanitas Prize Award, which
yes, that's right. Thank you.
Oh my goodness,
Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
Was that what the Humanitas Prize is? What the Nobel Peace Prize is for literature is what the Humanitas Prize is for film writing.
I would like to thank Inspiration for all it's given me, the ideas.
It's over here, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I've ever shown this. The Humanitas Award prize.
Oh shit! I just dropped it.
Trevor, you can show it. It's hard to.
It's pretty, right?
The reflections.
I have my fingers on
So look,
it.
it's this a web series.
There you can see it there. Wait, we got your name. Somebody's
Oh, my finger.
your finger. It's Rich Burns right there.
And by the way, this came with a $10,000 prize for me that I immediately put into season 2. So, thank you, Humanitas Prize. Again,
I thought it was bigger.
it looks bigger in pictures.
You knew where it was. That's pretty cool.
He's been here before.
Oh.
Okay. There was actually a question I wanted to get to from James saying, please answer, is there a deadline for if some reason it doesn't sell, you would put it on YouTube? It's hard to describe how long of a chance we're gonna run every single option down, and then if we don't succeed, then we'll put it on YouTube. We will do if we sell it. We will, for people who contributed to the show. We don't expect you. I've got all your names and contact information. Let's say it winds up on Netflix and you don't have Netflix and you contributed and you can't see the show. That's bull. So what we'll do instead is we'll put the show on some kind of platform like YouTube privately, and we'll give you the code and you can watch it. So we're going to take care of our friends.
We'll give you the black market version.
Right.
Or
it's gonna be like recorded in a theater.
Nobody does the like, I'll do Netflix for a month and then I'll cancel.
Oh yeah.
There's that.
I probably shouldn't say that.
People have been doing that. Like stocks are going down.
Oh.
Trevor's a good bartender too. I hear he is a good bartender. He's. I've had a drink or two from him.
Get you really drunk.
He's very multi-talented. RBS says my 5 disappointment moments. 5. Leland lights up James. Leland lights up James. Are we talking season 1? 4. I believe in you. Yes, that was one of my favorite scenes. Backyard.
Yes.
Episode 7.
The Twister scene.
Yes.
Oh right.
Raised toilet confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a classic one.
That just lives on its own. Dwight inhaling the buffet table. Yes, and Dwight's brownie balls.
Oh my God. I love you.
Oh, that's our dear friend Richard. Talent's there, chemistry's there. Any audience would love all of you. This audience loves you. Thanks, Kenneth. Bo can't wait for the new season. So if you have any questions, one of the things I wanted to mention. This is we're working on this. We were trying to and continuing to shooting to have a premiere for the show, showing the first 4 episodes and having it be a fundraiser for not us, but for this very deserving organization that ties in very closely to the themes of our show. It's I don't want to give away anything because it's not set yet, but it would be an organization that helps to support senior LGBT people. And it's a really great organization. And they have a facility where they have a theater, they have an outdoor reception space, and we were planning on having food and cocktails and also having a live performance from one of the guys who's on our soundtrack. I won't say who that is right now, but he has agreed to do it if the dates work out, so that's pretty exciting. And then we would show the first 4 episodes and also talk about the cause of this organization and the work they do. And we would raise money for them with this screening. So I had hoped to have had news of that in a date for you for this live, but the organization is super busy right now. They weren't able to sit down with me to have this chat. So
to be determined.
Watch for that news. I'm actually having the phone call tomorrow, supposedly. So fingers crossed on that. Again, we'll get to the trailer. One of the things I want to talk about is on Friday. This past Friday? Was this past Friday? Yes, this past Friday, I had the great honor to be invited by Gedde to a screening of a movie he did. And I just want to talk about this because I was so effing blown away by this. And it's so thrilling to me because I feel like the work that Gedde does in our season 2 and the work that he does in this animated film are so
right. He's so holding out on us.
Well, no, he's
I had a lot of NDAs on this one.
Well, so the movie is out. It was in theaters for a limited run, but it's now on Netflix, and you can watch it on Netflix. It's called Ultraman.
Ultraman Rising.
Ultraman Rising. Thank you. It's
Ultraman or
Ultraman. It's an old Japanese kind of like 50s.
Oh, cool.
Action hero. So some of you might know Ultraman is if you were born at the time I was born.
Do you play Ultraman?
Oh, I can say that now.
Yeah.
Yes, because yes, I do. I am the original Ultraman, but I give my powers to my son.
Cool.
All right.
It's this amazing, such an unexpected, beautiful father-son story. The movie's not what I expected. I expected it to be sort of like a Marvel kind of action movie. It's there's action and there's some very funny stuff with creatures, but it is at its heart all heart. So put that on your list on Netflix if you have Netflix. If you don't,
you,
look for other places. But I can't say enough. He's so good. He's so good. I mean, I was so thrilled with what he did in season 2, which you will see someday. But then I saw this and I thought, God, it's just like, Gedde, you're just great. He's a great actor.
And the thing is, he contributed to the show more than you know. He even helped direct a scene or two for us,
He watched us on
which was really helpful.
They knew what they were doing.
It was one of those moments where, like, Gedde can definitely make it happen for us. Like, and he brought out, it was a scene we did together, Rich and I, and we were struggling. I mean, I shouldn't say we were struggling. We rehearsed it, but we weren't able to like find it. You know what I mean? We had the essence of it, but we just couldn't land.
There was something that needs to be. I mean, it's funny. It's like I had an intention for the scene, how I wanted it to be played, and I couldn't express it properly to Trevor. I couldn't get it across.
Same.
And Gedde came in, and we did the scene in front of him, and he saw what I was talking about, but he was able to explain it to Trevor in a way that, again, because I'm not an actor and I don't have a language necessarily. I was like, oh my God, thank you. That's exactly.
He was able to ground us, and like it just came out.
But also, it was there. It wasn't really.
I mean, it was, but we wouldn't have found it without you.
Yeah. Thank you, Gedde. Thank you, Gedde. I was very grateful for Gedde that night, and it's a really pivotal.
One of my favorites.
It's very pivotal, and I do some face
You
acting.
did it both beautiful.
I did face acting.
Really beautiful.
Can't wait to see how the story continues. Yes. Oh, by the way, our guy Charlie, who is one of the producers on the show, he's such a great guy. It started when season 1 came out, the first episode. Charlie, I didn't know Charlie except we followed each other on Instagram. He messaged me and said, the show looks amazing, but you haven't optimized your YouTube channel. And I said, can you say that in English, please? And he basically said that there are all these things that you can do with your YouTube channel that I had not taken advantage of. It helps to get your channel to expand, to explode. If you look at our subscribers, we have almost 47,000 subscribers now. And it's all because of Charlie. Charlie asked if he could, on his own, he said, hey, this is what I do for a living. And can I optimize your channel for you? That went from him optimizing our channel to him essentially running the channel, to him doing so much social media for us that I gave him a producer credit for season 2, which he totally deserves because he built, many of you found the show because of what he did. Anyway, he's asleep right now. He's in Milan, but he told me to remind you guys about Super Chat. Hit us up with Super Chat if you care to, and which prioritizes your questions and your chats, and we see it. And please subscribe to our channel. One of the things that will help us sell the show is if anybody who is kind of interested, they've seen the show, they wonder what the audience is like. If they go to our channel and they see big numbers of subscriptions, they go, oh, these guys have a following. It's like today, actors go in for a role, they're up for it. One of the things that the studios look at is how big is their social media following, because that means built into this actor bringing them on means they're bringing an audience with them. So if our audience looks impressive here on YouTube, anybody interested in buying the show would then say, wow, they're bringing this built-in amount of people. Just the fact, like, the channel's been visited 6 million times. 6 million. Probably 5 million of those visits are me, but sometimes I don't know a lot of things. Anyway, we have more questions. I know there's more to talk about, but again, thank you, Richard, for those. If anybody wants to share what their highlights are of season 1, that's fun. Sean says season 1 ended, and I was sad it ended in 1 and 2, the way Dwight hurt Ray, and then it goes off. Trevor, we need to talk, sir. I can't wait for you to see season 2.
Yeah.
I'll say no more. I want to say something, but I'll say no more.
Watch season 2 and see if we need to talk.
Zip. Good to do this with a friend. You like zip your mouth and you lock it, and then I open my mouth to put a key in, which is kind of, you can't do that because you just zipped your mouth shut. Disco Phil, Ultra. Yeah, but that was just fun. Disco Phil, thank you. Yes, it works. It works. So just Phil, ask us a question that you want to know. We'll come right back to you. We'll look for it. Ultraman, like the old school tune. Well, here's the thing about Ultraman is that I spoke to a couple of people afterwards, after the screening, who worked on the show, because what blew me away was that the animation style struck me like Into the Spider-Verse. So what the Spider-Man movie is called? It's so cutting edge. It's so it's like and anime and all these styles mixed together in super effective, energetic way. Anyway, 2 cents. Jimmy Garcia, Trev, having a drink at the Motherlode. Love the show.
Cheers.
All right, Jimmy.
My coffee.
We're having tea. I'm having coffee. Is that what this is?
It's the same thing, right?
I just realized, I spoke about having had a colonoscopy earlier today, and I sat down here without looking in the mirror.
You look great. Good God.
My hair is
Is that like
you keep telling him to stop
like this
that.
one.
Oh my God.
Went next door, fell asleep, woke up 60 years later. Old man next door.
It's the swagger.
Okay, I have had 2 interruptions by YouTube inserted commercials so far. Skippable after 5 seconds. We're so still annoying, but not live now. Shit. Okay.
Oh, probably because the commercial set it back.
Right.
Okay.
On YouTube, they do that.
Hold on. Let me see if there's a way to get that.
Yeah. Off.
Oh, I can't stand that. I know exactly what he's
Okay.
talking about.
I didn't know that setting was on. I just turned it off.
Thank you for letting us know.
So hopefully, Irish Kevin, is your name actually Kevin? Or is it like, my dog's name is Kevin, by the way.
I mean, he's Irish.
He's got blue eyes.
He's got incredible.
William Armstrong, when can we expect to watch the new episodes? Where have you been, William? We've been talking about this. We are trying to sell the show. We're going to hold off on releasing the show on YouTube until we've run out of every option of selling the show. We want to have it, and the reason is we want to have a season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, and we can't have those things if we keep having to raise money and put it on YouTube because it's not enough money. The people who do this show can't continue to work for nothing. It's so it's a viable show, and it's the people who work on it have such talent. They're professionals. They're taking time away from their actual paying jobs to do this. Anyway, it's the reality of the business, unfortunately. But we want to get to you as quickly as we can. So I'm looking. Disco Phil, haven't gotten a question from you. Waiting for a question. Hello, boys from Brandon, Manitoba, Canada. Happy Pride, you guys do. Happy Pride. Thank you. Let's talk about Pride for a minute. It's Pride Month. Gedde, you go first.
Pride. Did I go to any of them? I didn't actually. I was kind of busy, but I wanted to.
Well,
go.
you were busy.
I know. Oh well, my friend George Takei actually was for the Hollywood was the
Grand Marshal?
The Grand Marshal, or one. I don't know if he's Grand Marshal.
I think Cyndi Lauper.
And Cyndi Lauper. Yeah, Lauper was up there too. Yeah, she was great.
I did go to the Pride events. And one thing I was just not really struck by, just the thought that hit me was I had a great time. Went to the Out Loud Music Fest at the West Hollywood Gay Pride, and just it's amazing to see all these gay artists. Like just up there.
That's what's incredible.
Yeah. Doug Locke, who is on our soundtrack for season 2. 2 of his songs, he's got 3 songs, I think, in the show. And they're all like, 2 of them land in such a funny way. And they both involve him. One of them is in a more romantic way. But anyway, he was there. I bring him up because he was generous enough to allow us to use his music for free. And he also allowed us to use his music in the trailer. I mentioned the trailer because I think in a couple of minutes, I'm going to go to our channel here and turn it live and tell you guys, okay, the trailer's live. Go watch it. Come back to us and tell us what you think. Going to do that in a couple of minutes. But write down the name Doug Locke as well as Bright Light. Rod from Bright Light had a #1. He doesn't have a manager. He doesn't have a record company. His album premiered at #1 on the British iTunes charts because he's that good. People found him, and he's also on our trailer soundtrack. So please check him out. All right, we'll go through a few more questions, and I'm going to do the trailer. The chemistry between Ray and Dwight is amazing. I know you guys are working, but I would have to take my work home if I was sharing. No, I mean it's all we put it all on camera. There's nothing left on camera. William, I haven't missed it. Have I? No. I've not seen. There is no new episode. He says, when can we expect to watch the new episodes? They're not out yet. Okay, Disco Phil, good for you for deciding to sell. I fully support it. It needs a bigger audience. Thank you. We agree.
Thank you.
We totally agree. And when you see the second season, you're going to go, holy shit, absolutely. It's just so much of a big show.
All of you who have donated season 2, we can see it was put to good use.
And we try to do this every time. Trevor's just said that. All of you who contributed to season 2, we had 2 fundraisers. I think what the numbers are. I think it's somewhere in the area of 600 people contributed. And from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure from these guys, thank you both for that.
Yes.
When you see the show, you will be proud to have been a part of it.
From the depths of my colon, I appreciate you.
I would go with my colon because my colon is like whisper, like you can whistle. I'm going to whistle out my colon.
That's the whistle.
Sorry, I had to. One theme with the colon.
Yes, I appreciate it. Knowing you pretty much forever, it was such a great treat to watch the first season. Happy Pride. Who is this? S. Rich, you look great. Post-colonoscopy, just saying, knowing you pretty much forever. Who is S? Please tell me who you are. I'm only seeing S.
Who do you think it's?
Let's see.
Yes.
Sam? Samantha?
Sue? This could be my sister. Sharon. Sharon? Is it you, Sharon?
Sharon?
Yeah, no, if it's Sharon, I've known Sharon since I was 3 years old. That's 9 years. I just did math in my head. Stephen Davis, I may have missed it, but have you all watched the full season together? No. I watched it with James and David, our composer. These guys were not available, unfortunately.
I mean, I've seen all of it so many times. It's not the final.
Did we not see the full season?
Well, no, we didn't see the finished full season.
Right.
Getty saw all of the episodes, but not with the music and not with the sound effects and not with the color.
I was tired of seeing it after all that.
And
oh my God, can you imagine me? Can you imagine me? Like, it's so hard for me to look at it with fresh eyes.
John, my other half, by the way, gave you a beautiful compliment. He said, finally somebody captured me better than anybody ever has had. Remember that compliment? Which I thought was really beautiful.
Well, and it was my intention to do that, so that was I felt great about that.
Well, something.
Go ahead.
Something I appreciate Rich when he was writing season 2. He reached out to each one of us, asking us, what would you like to see in season 2? And he kind of took all of our feedback and he utilized it. Geddy expressed some things that maybe he wanted to explore in season 2, and Rich took all of those comments into consideration, which makes season 2 even more of a collaboration and elevated in a way, but really showcased Rich's ability to write.
I'm a collaborator. I like to collaborate.
Incorporating all of our suggestions. It was really cool.
I didn't incorporate all of
it.
No.
But there was some good stuff came in. So yeah, I was like, I'm gonna use that. As well as like shit that happens to me in life. Be careful if you ever do something to me that's like not the kindest thing, because you may find it in one of these episodes. I got some fun revenge in this show this season. Made me happy. It is Sharon. Oh my God! So Sharon and I met. We grew up like 7 or 8 houses away from each other. Stamford, Connecticut. We went to high school together. She was the drum majorette. She talked me into joining the marching band so I could go on this junior year trip to Florida with the marching band. We had such great times. We went to prom
You were in a
together.
marching band?
I played tuba, sousaphone.
Oh wow.
Oh, ouch. Sorry.
Yeah, don't. That's not gonna fall over.
I laughed so.
Gedde's
I hit my
shocked.
head on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You played it too? Oh my God! I never
I played
knew
tuba.
that.
Just picture like a giant sousaphone.
Exactly. Wrapped around your.
I was in marching band once too. I played
What did
that.
you play? Oh, you played.
That's funny.
Didn't have a piano.
Anyway, I love you, Sharon. Also, I know I sent you a text, but happy birthday. Her birthday was June 8th. Say happy birthday to everybody, Sharon. I mean, say happy birthday to Sharon, everyone. Yeah, you guys did. You guys did.
Happy
Everyone
birthday.
Say happy birthday. Happy birthday. There we go. Okay. Is my understanding the age has been pushed back to 45 for men? Of course, they're going to push it back because insurance companies don't want to pay for you to have a colonoscopy. But again, I had mine. Pushed back meaning earlier.
Yes.
That's quite.
Yes, that's true. It is.
Okay.
Yes.
As well as should be done.
Probably saves insurance companies money in the long
I
run.
bet
They're
it does.
Insurance
finding
companies don't
issues
do.
sooner than later.
Well, it's really interesting that insurance companies actually that's not their business model. They do because they're not in the business of keeping you healthy.
Right.
Preemptive.
They want to save money though. They do. So if you're catching something sooner.
Sure. And it makes sense. If you're going to catch it.
Oh my God. Okay. So Todd, Kentucky, KY, Kentucky. Hello, gentlemen. Revisiting season 1, episode 5. Episode 5 is a fun episode. If those of you watching have not watched our show on YouTube with being logged into your own account, you did not get to even see episode 5 or episode 10 because those 2 episodes are restricted. There was a sex scene there.
Oh, really?
Right. It happened between James and my neighbor.
For your viewing pleasure.
Maybe it was rated. Disco Phil, happy birthday to Sharon. Yay. Todd, happy birthday to Sharon. Look at that, Sharon. You still here? Okay, Stephen Davis, another one for each of you. Which characters are your favorites? Which characters are in your favorite scene of the new season? And is it a happy scene, sad scene, etc.? You guys take that first.
Which characters are in your favorite scene?
Like, what's your favorite scene? Who's in it? Is it happy, sad? Like,
Gotcha.
Give it a little.
Honestly, shooting at the Hudson Theater was a lot of fun. It was this close to chaos because it's a lot of people, and we had limited time.
And we got everybody was there,
And
which
we-
was really,
yeah.
really
And we
great.
had
Yeah.
a lot to shoot
Yeah.
in those 2 days,
This was,
and we were against the
And-
clock that
and-
last day. So we were just like, we all had to come
Oh,
together.
I can't
And
say that people.
no, because
Oh, God.
that's a question.
Anyway, there was
I mean,
something
it's in the
that we had
trailer.
that you had to look for.
You know what? Yes, you can. You can
Okay.
say it.
I-
Don't give lots of information
Well,
about how
all
it's
I'm
used.
saying
or
is
anything.
there was a prop that needed to be found, and it was astounding.
that was so hard to
That
find.
mountain, I mean, hills
Yes.
and mountains, and
Yes.
oh my
Trevor,
lord!
this is
Oh,
you know,
Trevor!
this is where I talk about like Trevor stepping
Yeah.
up after
I didn't
our
know.
other executive producer left the show for other work reasons. I was, everything was going to fall to me, but Trevor stepped up and like I would just say, Trevor, can you do this? And he would do it. Trevor, can you do that? He did it. So there's a reason why he's got an executive producer credit.
Yeah,
But
but
because he did that kind of.
yes,
But yes, and it's so funny. It's a visual joke. It's literally this prop is used for a payoff to something that's gone on for a number, first 2 seasons, and it's a visual thing that happens. And what was it? $800.
Something like
It's-
that. It's in the trailer.
It's-
Let us know if you noticed. The
Yeah, we'll show you the trailer, and then in the
call
comments
that
you
a
can say
seed or
little Easter egg. Yeah. So Trevor, that's in the last episode. Literally, the entire cast is in this.
yeah.
I don't think
and like 50 extras.
It's almost like we had a reunion.
Yeah.
Right, we had a
So
whole bunch of
yeah.
extras. We had a whole bunch of dancers.
Oh my god.
It's a
I
musical.
was so scared. Not scared.
I,
Nervous and excited.
I knew we'd get something.
I had never seen the number either that they'd been rehearsing.
They had shown. I'd seen the number on so Chuck Sakula, Ignacio choreographed the musical number.
Right.
It's a song that I wrote with composer David, and it is. I don't give a lot of information away, but you'll see bits and pieces of it in the trailer.
It was like a separate production involved in our production.
It literally was. It literally was. Let me just say this: there's been some call for me to write a musical called "Sorority Guy: The Musical!" So, and there's a twist for season 3 around that, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, we missed a bunch of questions. So, anything else to add for Steven's question about favorite scenes? I had so many. Some of them I directed, some of them I was in.
I actually really love the scene that they were talking about that I kind of directed. I was just really, I thought it was
Gedde was
really emotionally beautiful.
Thank you.
So
The whole season, the whole series kind of builds up.
it's kind of the heart.
Yeah,
too,
it's-
of
this scene that we're talking about. Actually, the first idea I had when I started thinking about season 2. The entire season was built in this one scene, so which was a lot of pressure when it came time to do it.
Because you always had this idea of how it was going to look.
Right.
You just
And
wanted,
it came
you
out,
wanted to
it
honor
came
it.
out pretty
and it
close.
was also the right place at the right time. It was like the evening,
The setting is
and the
perfect.
setting was perfect. It
And the
was
scene
all-
before it.
It
Oh my
was
God.
all. It was all there. You didn't have to do too much,
Yeah.
which is
Right.
just.
Sometimes the biggest hurdle is just letting it be.
Yes.
Some people
simplify.
think you need to do something and push it. Less is more.
Less is
No,
more.
I mean that's your thing. Is like, never mind. I was about to say something that's something that I grew up with. They say that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So I'm not gonna say. They also say if you don't have anything nice to say, come sit by me.
You're a writer. You can.
It's not. I'm sorry. It's the anesthesia talking.
Make the glass half
Todd
full.
is a 57-year-old. It is almost half full. Todd says it's so good. I relate so well. Thank you, Todd. He's 57. Commercials persist.
Oh no!
Shit. Guys, I apologize for this. I don't know how to turn them off.
Let's go back to that setting. Let's make sure it's safe.
You guys off?
Live ad settings.
Rough. No. It's off.
Right.
Close.
I wonder if that had to be done before.
Is it something that they have to subscribe to?
No, it's not. It's not a live. I apologize for that, guys. I hope there's not a lot of them. Okay. More questions. Christian, yes, Blanco versus Negro, Novia, Kiss Cam. Sure what that means. Stiff. Often when I watch a gay show, especially comedies, I end up wanting to cry. I was so happy that your humor was humor. Even the end, a different direction that I was expecting. It was so fun. Well, thank you. I know the ending is a bit of a twist, but I wanted to have a twist so we could go into season 2
Sure.
with
There's a
something
purpose to it.
Yes, exactly. It's not just just find out what happens and see what happened in season 1, in season 2, and we go from there.
Holo members can turn it off. I don't know what that.
So what?
It said Holo. Holo members can turn it off
Holo.
if they'd like to do so.
Oh. I don't know what that means either. Gary Saliba, we need a season 3, and it could have a Fabulous 4 and Disappointments crossover episode. What's Fabulous 4? I don't know what that is. Thank you, Esteban. Looking forward to the close in the pool scene. How many did it take? I think it was 8 takes that got pushed into the pool. Kenneth Bailey. Okay. Yes, I hope it will be closed caption. Kevin saying for season 2 for the hearing impaired. I agree. I think YouTube has captions, and they're working with an AI thing that's supposed to do good captions, but unfortunately, they're not always great. we also have the option to go through every episode and to write in the dialogue. I just have been so focused on season 2, almost from the moment season 1 came out, that I had no time to. I was going to try to pay someone, but all the money went to season 2. Okay, so there are no questions currently. So,
Question real quick. I'm thinking if we do turn on the ads, do we have options? What kind of ads can we turn on? Because there's one that says like 2 ads left in 5 minutes, 30-second mini ads.
we don't want any ads.
Right. There's plenty of video we can, you know what I'm saying? If we can get rid of them, maybe we can choose the less expensive one.
Right. Can't do that. Point out the channel level settings, send feedback.
Back to the same one we could like monetize it, and then there might be options there.
There was
options.
nothing. No.
Okay.
See, it's just this
We'll F this
monetization off.
commercial break. Excuse me.
Okay.
Everything they will do.
Maybe turn your mic sound in, down a bit. It might help the periodic sound drop and crackly sound. Sean says they can be skipped after 5 seconds. Okay, that's.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean.
Skip it after 5 seconds. Guys.
Our mic.
So we should just.
I'm going to real quickly take a look at the mic setting one more time, and I'm going to have you all check out the trailer. So please hold 1 second.
Up to
Okay, it's not showing me. There we go. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe.
Oh, maybe it's behind this window.
Sorry, guys. Little technical thing. One more technical thing. Hopefully, last one. There we go. Our mic is pretty low.
Oh, it moved.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, it didn't.
I put it up higher. I had it here. Okay.
It was a little higher than that, but yeah, definitely it stays there.
Okay. All right. So
check it to make sure it stays there. Just go back one more time, maybe.
Sorry. Let's. And I want to be done with this, and I apologize for any kind of bad sound
weird.
stuff.
That's not real time, by the way. Well, there I am now.
Okay, stay. That's
Okay.
good.
Okay. So there we go with that.
It's not real time.
Mm-mm. It's not. I mean, it's
There's a little delay.
not even like 5 seconds.
Okay. Okay, guys, let me try to figure this out. I may have to do this on my phone. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it on my phone. So let's go back to the live stream. Here we go. See, we're live. They're getting a slight delay. So what we just saw was my view.
Got it.
That's why it was echoing, because that's
Mhm.
on. That was playing also. Okay.
Oh,
We had to.
that makes sense.
Okay, if you hold on 1 second, I'm going to go to my phone here, and
Did you think because so many things were running, it was getting in the way?
Probably.
Perhaps it was slowing the computer down.
What happens if I do this? Okay, so that's one thing taken care of. Now here's the other. I am going to.
What happens if we play it? There's a commercial during.
What's that?
There's a commercial during while we play the trailer.
Well, they're not going to see the trail in this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make the trailer public. So you guys are on our YouTube channel, right? If you open another window, don't lose the live, but open another window and go to our YouTube channel. Again, reopen another one and go to the disappointments page. You will, in a moment,
You can make the trailer available.
I'm going to make the trailer. Fungool! Sorry. How do I do that?
That's a good idea.
Recently single. So when did your relationship?
Okay, guys, give me a second here. I'm going to make something happen. I just have to find out if there's a way for me to bounce back and forth. Yes. Okay. Here we go. I think this is going to work. Nope. I need to be in YouTube Studio. Sorry, guys. I know this is crazy. Go to content. Here it is. Okay. The trailer is now published. So go check out the trailer. And come back and tell us what you think. It's 3 minutes long. We're going to sit here and wait for you.
Should we watch it with them?
Okay.
Can we see?
Yes, we're going to watch it with you guys. So.
Should we just point it to the screen? I can turn that light off.
No, it's live. I mean, we've seen the trailer, right? We've all seen it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, for people that aren't going to go to YouTube, maybe we could play it.
I mean, they're all on YouTube.
Sure.
Okay, Sean says it's up.
Check it out.
Here, we can watch it.
We'll watch it too.
I need to see.
Japan? Recently single. So when did your relationship end?
You held Dwight at arm's length, and then you heard him.
David scored it.
548 days ago? That is way too long to sit on the shelf. You just gotta shake it all off.
We have several trailers on there, though. Is there a specific one you should
You
report?
sound just like my friend.
The new one.
You learn from your mistakes and then you move on.
It's not gonna be another relationship. That could be true. What?
A gay man pushing 60 has a better chance being eaten by an orchid than he does finding romantic partnership. It was in an AARP magazine.
It's on 20 again. Come on. What are you doing outside the house? Are you following me now? I'm just fucking you. I'm a sucker now. I'm not proud of it. Hi, this is Philip, my boyfriend.
Dwight has moved on. You have to do the same.
You're getting married? I am. Which is why I'm ending this conversation with you right now. What if you could learn from your mistakes and then go back and make it right?
Oh, God.
James, what do you even know about relationships?
You're Ignacio. We've met before.
What did I tell you about your voice?
It's annoying.
Yeah. No talk. This didn't happen.
Okay, since we're on the topic, I activated my profile. I got a message.
Oh my god.
She's so hot. I thought you should know I'm HIV positive. I've been recuperating from surgery the last few months. I have rectal cancer, but everything down below is up and running again. Yeah, this is like watching a plane crash in slow motion.
Raise the new diversity hire.
He's white.
Yeah, but he's old white.
James Cantwell, realtor.
Actually, it's realtor.
James, nobody sees those bitch ads. With all the homeless people living in LA, sleeping up against them.
No, oh my God. I got my real estate license too. Looks like we're competitors. Again.
You're Gary Chen. I'm producing a talk show.
This is the start of a whole new life for you.
The Gary Chen I know has some damn hair on his head. I don't know who this bald thing is.
Well, I guess I'll just be collecting my pig and... Oh! Sorry, I must quit the show. Show me. I have to go. Oh.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to make the show last year.
It's a mess. Why else would you be here? It's a disaster.
What are you doing?
I'm Venmoing you $100 to stop talking.
Cute. Okay. So we'll give people a couple of seconds to come back. We watched it a little bit on delay. You guys watched it before we started watching. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Todd. Thank you, Disco Phil. Yeah, $100 to stop talking. I love James's voice of that. So did anybody see anything in the trailer that leads them to have questions that we might be able to answer, or maybe we will say we can't answer.
Did you get the Venmo?
No, James never Venmo'd me for real. I'm sure one day he will. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Todd, again. Peter, thank you. Kathy Ann, thank you. That's what I was worried about. You sure you don't want to?
Yeah, good.
Okay. Sean just needs to know, are we going to get back together? You'd like to know the answer to that question, would you?
Oh my God.
Well, you'll have to watch season
Yeah,
two.
I was gonna say.
I'm not going to, no spoilers in that regard. It is, yes, this season is roughly a year and a half after the first season. Season one ends with a flash forward 1 year. This season starts about 6 months after that. Flash forward. Yes, Clarence Reese is in season 2. And if we get to do a season 3, I actually have an idea for her to be like throughout the entire season.
She's so cool.
Yeah, I love her. Oh, yeah, no, Gary, in my dreams, we would be able to get involved with Susan Sarandon, Shirley, Ralph, Megan Mullally, and Bette Midler. That's he's saying that some movie, is it called The Fabulous Four? Starring them, he was saying we should do a crossover with them. It's like, okay.
Oh,
I'm sure they're thinking the same thing.
I've already.
I would love that.
Are they on here? Chiming in?
Yeah, I know. Bet if you're in this convo, please get back to us.
I love you, Susan.
Mauricio can't find it. It's on. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of delay. There's no reason why it shouldn't show up on the channel if you've got all our other videos. So maybe there's some kind of a delay. But it's the newest video. So
is it gonna be public for a while now?
Oh yeah, it's public.
Okay,
It's
cool.
full public. So you guys are the first ones to know.
Cool.
Permanently public. You guys
Cool.
are the first to know. I'm going to post it on.
We'll post it on our social medias.
Yes, tomorrow social media. But you guys got the jump on it. And by the way, so the music again, we have a Bright Light song, and we have a Doug Locke song, and the rest of it is all composed by our genius composer, scored by our genius composer, David Frank Long.
Can we give away some of the other artists that are in season 2?
Sure.
We are bringing back Steve Grand, who I worked with in the past.
Yes.
What?
Sorry, that if I had thought I had, that's the one thing I wouldn't have said.
I
Oh
just said it.
darn.
And Tony Pops.
Tony Pops, and who else?
Sam?
And we didn't say
Yeah,
how we're
I
using
said-
it, but
Yeah, it was in one.
I asked.
You did ask, but
I'm sorry.
I know I can't think of all things because I don't. He's in the soundtrack. We have a song in the soundtrack.
It's all right. Only
Jelly Queasy also.
50 people are here.
That's right.
We weren't given the memo.
They get like
Sharon
insiders.
says trailer was awesome. All of you portray such relatable, beautifully flawed, and such lovable characters. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll just wait till season 2. You're gonna hate me.
More than ever, you'll be very conflicted about both Ray and Dwight.
Yeah.
Both of them. It's not.
Both of them are.
It's not what you expect.
Yeah.
It's not. I am excited about season 3, though. But
We're totally making them like giving them no information.
I know purposely because I don't want to spoil anything for people.
Yeah.
I am so going to vendor my husband the next he
Venmo,
start.
probably.
Oh, Venmo, bro. Got it. Yes. Next time your husband starts talking about Ireland football,
Start at $50 though. You might save some money.
I actually think that line, if anything were to be like going viral or meme,
That one would.
that one would, because it's, and James's delivery, I would say I spoon
Spoon
Good
fed.
Lord, thank you, God. I still have the anesthesia was in here.
It's a good line. I think that could go viral for sure.
Yes. Do we get any nudity this season?
Yeah, no.
We have that one scene with Gedde and the sling.
It's not a pretty sight.
Oh, come on. Great trailer. Perfect. The drunk scenes make me laugh. Can't wait. I know. Thank you. I do okay drunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do.
You do a good drunk.
I do good pathetic. I think I do good
Yeah, you
pathetic.
do a good drunk.
It's a good job. Keep drinking coffee.
Please, no broken necks for season 3. Is that a reference to Trevor falling off his chair?
Right.
Fun fact, their pants are right now. There's the season. Fun fact, their pants are, there's a heart hiding that are off right now. Oh, that's right. You can only see from here up. You don't know what we're wearing.
I'm wearing a skirt.
I am
Pink
wearing, I don't know what I'm wearing. Okay, so any more questions? Anything else? What else did we want to discuss? We talked about, again, we're going to have news very soon about an LA premiere, a physical on-site premiere for the show. That's going to be a fundraiser for a soon-to-be announced charity that does work with gay seniors, which seems to be the perfect tie-in for the show. Not to say that we're seniors, but
We are.
I was a senior once.
in high school, yeah, right.
Are you young? No, you're not. Not at all. You're not near. Oh, good God.
I do want to say something before we
He's a
close.
baby.
2 of the other lead actors, Chuck and James, aren't here, but one of my favorite scenes does involve them,
Yeah.
and I kind of want to shine some light on them because they deserve it. That scene at my friend Johnson's house is one of the funniest scenes in the season.
I know. Here's the thing: is we can't tell you anything
can't tell
about
you
it because
anything
it's a
about it.
spoiler. There's nothing about it it's not shown in the trailer.
It's
at
not
all,
shown in the trailer,
but it's James's physical comedy is so great, and it's a conversation. He and I were talking on the phone. I don't even think I was writing the scripts for the season yet, and he had just gotten his real estate license, and we're talking about different scenarios, and I just started riffing on this thing that he was just laughing, and then he was adding to it, and it ended up being this sequence that's the longest sequence I think in the entire show.
Yeah,
it
there
goes
is-
on for 7
but
minutes.
worth
there's
it.
a
But worth it,
snippet in the trailer.
Let's not even like.
No, I
let
mean
people
I'm
correct it, but yeah.
leaving an egg.
Okay, yeah.
There's a snippet in the trailer in a beautiful house. Our friend Johnson was so gracious enough who was actually in season 2. That was a funny scene too.
Yeah. Okay, so anybody have any more questions?
Jelly Queen.
Gay seniors, a very underserved community. We agree totally. That's why we want to do this. Jelly Queasy and Zero String. David is reminding us that I guess I didn't mention them. They're on our soundtrack as well. Zero String had an incredible rock song in the first season, and now we're using 2 more of his songs in this season. And Jelly Queasy is a find. Sergio. Sergio Jackson has a song. God, David, please keep reminding me. It's the anesthesia. I'm telling you, it's still not out of my system. Good thing I'm drinking coffee.
You've been sipping an empty glass in the past 10 minutes.
No, but I've been sipping it because I know what's going to happen to me.
Caffeine is a hell of a drug.
Yes, it is coffee from a bottle that you sent me, Richard. Okay, so you guys saw the trailer and you liked the trailer. Any questions about anything you saw? I'm happy to
And don't forget to check out Ultra Boy Rising. Right?
Ultraman. It's boy in your mind.
Yeah, that's a different movie. That's a different movie, Trevor.
I said Ultra.
That's a rated
Ultra
movie.
Boy. You said Rising.
Isn't it Rising?
Yeah.
Okay.
That even makes it sound.
Ultraman Rising.
There you go.
It was really close.
Something's rising.
Brian is asking who's the best kisser. I would argue the best kiss in the show is between Chuck and James. They have some.
Well, you guys are pretty good. Come on.
It's expected.
Hello.
We're expected.
We're like annoying though.
Wow.
Like they've seen it, and then it's just like
I'm
I don't want
waiting.
to give it away.
I'm waiting for my kiss.
There's no kiss because we don't get back together. Spoiler alert.
Come on. Yes, Gedde is a goddamn delight. Gedde, you're a goddamn delight. Kevin says Ultraman Rising is currently number 6 today on Netflix. It's actually,
God.
it was
Oh,
actually
wow.
3 or 4 the
That's
other
awesome.
day when it
I didn't
debuted.
realize that.
It's
Oh
doing
my
really
gosh.
well. It's so good. It's so good. I recommend it so highly. It's just, I wish Gedde, I wish you had social media because I'd tell people
You
to
might
like,
get it.
I will. I'm going to actually. That's the other break. Yeah, I
Can
know.
John help you with that?
No, but somebody is going to help,
I'll help
me
you.
figure it out. Yeah.
I'll come over
Okay.
and help you.
well, you've had an account,
I
but you just don't like keep it up.
Well, no. Well, yeah.
How many episodes in
But
season
remember
two?
this week-
We'll work on it.
There are 8 episodes in season 2, and they are the shortest one is like 23, 24 minutes. The longest one's 36. So they're big episodes.
They're like, yeah. Season 2 is a total of 4 hours long. Season 1 was 2, so it's literally twice the length.
Right.
If you know math.
If you know math. David, just so you know, David is commenting that his favorite scene to score was the one with James and Chuck. He's referring to the one in the. Oh yeah, no, wait, because there's a couple of fun ones. I'm sure, David, it was fun to do the one in the office, but also the one we were talking about with in the big house. That score is amazing.
So I know we talked about this before. Does their storyline have a common kind of musical theme? You know, each character has like.
Yes, David has a.
So Chuck and James have a
Right,
sound.
we have a kind of a romantic sound that sometimes is sad and sometimes is happy.
Cool.
Gedde has Gedde actually has hand claps, which
Yeah.
Oh.
What do we have?
no, it's new.
Oh.
You saw it in the first episode.
Yeah.
We have do you remember in season 1
Yeah.
when when Riss says, why would you do that? Like, you want me to move in with me and help me?
Yeah.
Because you're in love
Oh,
with me.
that sound.
That David has built on that.
Yeah.
So it's real pretty.
Ling.
Do it again, because that's exactly it.
Ling.
David, you getting this? Would you please, like, that's
Good
we want that for
interpretation, right?
season 3. Just that. Why isn't Trevor shirtless right now? Because Trevor is.
I'm not getting paid.
Oh, you're setting yourself up.
I have air conditioning on. It's really cold.
Come see me in trunks. I'll have my shirt off.
There you go. He accepts tips.
Mhm. I work hard for my money.
So hard for the money. Okay, so Sean says, "Why isn't everyone shirtless?" Thank you, Sean, for spreading that love.
Kidding. It's cold in here.
What's the backstory behind Gedde's oversharing?
I overshare.
What was it? I lost that thread. What was he oversharing, Stephen?
Oversharing.
What were you oversharing? I literally can't remember anything because of as his character. I mean, you mean it during the date?
Well, that we can't.
We can't really get into that too much.
Yeah.
So, but basically, is Gedde's on a date and he feels really uncomfortable and he just
I don't
spills
know.
all this stuff out of his mouth.
And I
about his
haven't
life.
dated in
He hasn't had a date in a long time.
Yeah.
But
It's so
there's-
cute. It's funny.
But there are things about that scene that you have no idea that are going on. Just that little clip is just showing that, but there's other stuff going on that's really funny.
That scene is really funny too. It's hard to pick.
Yeah.
The whole.
It's subtle funny. It's situationally funny. But again, like, I wish I could tell you more. Like, one day we'll do one of these lives.
Q&A.
Maybe we'll do one after. Well, we'll do one when either all the episodes are out, or depending on how they come out, maybe we can do one a week if they come out weekly. I don't
It'll be
know
fun.
where it's going to be, what network. No, this is the bond ritual. I'll be shirtless today when I go to bed. There'll be no cameras.
Okay, what do they want to see? What is it you want to see? Is it this?
You're setting yourself up.
It's just
No, don't do that. We're
Just
not
not anymore.
give it. Stop. I'm so skinny.
I go to the gym once a week now for the past 6 months here.
You go to the gym?
I've had
Once a
surgery. I have stitches on my arm, and I can't
geez.
go to the gym right now.
See,
Look at that.
Why do you have
social
stitches
media is deceiving. Also, the old versions of us are not the same versions of us today.
Yeah,
The pendulum swings.
yeah,
You know,
I walk the dog.
yeah.
I don't even do that. We have a doggy door.
You do walk the dog.
Oh, I want Kevin. I want
We take him
Kevin.
to the park.
Okay, so
They like having their freedom.
Gedde sounds like me no date in a long time. Is that a line from? Is that from 16 Candles?
Me no date a lot.
That's-
Oh, probably, but I don't think it was
Yeah.
it was intended that way. I don't think it was
Okay.
the lines.
It's
the 40th anniversary, by the way, of 16
Yeah.
Candles.
Oh, that's another thing. Well, I'm
Yeah.
hoping to get footage of this. Gedde and Debbie, we wanted to talk about this.
Right.
Oh yeah.
These guys did,
We did
an interview. You tell the story.
We did an interview for Australian. Is that right? It was
Yeah,
Australian
Australian.
TV.
It's like
Yeah,
Good Morning
Debbie and I-
America, but
Debbie
it's Good Morning
played
Australia.
my girlfriend in 16 Candles. It was the 40th anniversary of 16 Candles, and we got interviewed, and it was actually a fun little.
What was that?
And
But it was so
week?
fast.
Oh, wow.
The thing is
We
that
couldn't get half
for
the stuff
people who
we
don't
wanted.
realize this, and you'll see in the trailer, she has a decent sized role in season 2.
Yeah.
Debbie is in season 2. So Debbie was Gedde's girlfriend in 16 Candles, and she now plays his manager in season
So
2.
we're reunited basically.
Yeah.
It's really great.
And she's fun. The two of them have just such natural chemistry, and it just plays on the screen so nicely.
Yeah. She plays the perfect manager.
She does well.
Yeah.
She plays the perfect mothering manager.
Yeah.
Because she had a request, and that was that she wanted to play a nice character. She
That was very nice. Yes,
Well-
but you accommodated
I
that
did.
very
Well, I
well.
did because her comment was after watching the first season, she felt her take on it was that all the women were bitches. I came back to her and said, actually, everybody that
character.
Ray and James and Gary encounter are bitches. All the men, all the women. It's all about them getting pooped on by the people outside of them. But she sort of like just saw the women. But I took her note and thought it would be nice to have, just for a change of pace, a manager who is a loving person instead of yet another dick. We've got plenty of dicks in the show.
And Gary's character kind of deserved that support. It
Well,
worked for his story.
Right, because Gary has that energy himself. So seeing the two of them together, as well as with Lorena, he's
Lorena.
he's got some great.
it's nice to
great
see some
stuff.
wins.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Rich's big biceps are phenomenal.
Oh, I've got it set on wide lens. Yes, so
My face
yes,
looks bigger.
David had or Gary had rectal cancer, HIV. Yes, it's a lot of information to give to your first date.
I'm still here. As Shirley would say.
Will the show ever address guys who identify as sides?
Maybe, but here's the thing about the show. Even though the three main characters, actually four main characters, are gay, it's not about our sexuality. This is not a show about.
We're not addressing different.
No, it's. I mean, we have characters. We have different genders playing different roles. We have, all of that stuff. But we're not. This is not a show about dealing with sexuality. This is a show about making life work at a point in your life where, it's called the disappointments. Everything that you imagined for yourself when you're in your 20s, none of it's come true. You don't have the money. You don't have the savings. You don't have the means to retire. You've got a shitty apartment. Your car is terrible. Your job is just a dead end. It's about these people and them trying to make their lives better. And they happen to be gay or lesbian.
Being a side is so little of what defines who someone is, too. It's really open for interpretation. There might be a character in season 2 that is a side that you might, you know what I mean? Like
there could be a character who is a side, but they never actually.
Because who broadcasts it?
We don't exactly, because unless we have that character in a sexual situation, it wouldn't come up.
Dwight's character is actually bisexual. Do you know that?
I didn't
come up.
I didn't even know
I didn't know that.
How would you? I'm just saying, like, the theme of the show isn't to address different sexualities, and
I see.
you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Kenneth says, I must be a senior since I love all of you with clothing. Thank you.
Here.
Mystery is sexy, right?
Really?
I agree. There are moments, there are times where, like, if I'm doing a fundraiser, I'll take my shirt off.
I'm glad you'll take your shit off.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Not to get back into it, but being aside is just more not being as involved or defining yourself as one or the other, right? Being aside is more of a conservative voyeur-esque.
Okay, that's a good question. Maybe you can somebody can shine a little light on this because it's not something that I've explored either. To me, I've always understood it as a side, being somebody who is not necessarily looking to have intercourse.
Right.
That they are happy to be physically intimate and hugging and
Intimacy.
contact.
Yes, it is.
But it's not
intimacy.
necessarily like penetrative sex.
I feel like Dwight is very side-esque.
Have you seen episode 5?
You know, but he just likes to be physically affectionate.
Well, he has that aspect.
I mean, you could turn it on and off. I could be side and not side, right?
Right.
Depending on the mood or who I'm with.
Yeah, I have sidey moods.
So I was just curious.
Infinity Auto says 16 Candles will always remain one of his favorite 80s teen flicks. How old were you when you did that?
Oh, I was older. I was 28 years old when I did
He was
that.
28 years old playing what, a teenager though, right?
I
But
was.
I've seen, you look
Asian
so young.
don't crack. That time it wasn't.
Well, at 28, hopefully no one
Yeah,
cracks.
yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't crack at 28. I got a lot of crack now.
Since that colonoscopy?
Well, that crack is, again, just like, do you hear the whistling right now?
I hear that.
So, I think I know something about that. Trevor's ticklish. Thank you, Sean. Sean jumps in and says no anal. So sides, no anal. You got it. But yes, again, the show's not about, it's not about sex. I mean, I think some gay, I have heard this feedback where people want to see more sex in it. And there's lots of shows out there that do the sex. And this is not a show that shies away from it. It's not a show that is, doesn't want to do it because it doesn't want to, we're not concerned about alienating an audience. But my focus is on the characters, is on the humor, the emotion, the
Sex
drama.
to take away from that.
No, sex, I think when we use sex, it's right.
It would have to be strategic.
Mhm.
Right.
We only have so much time, and there's so much we want to get across. Sex
Right.
would be cutting ourselves short.
Well, like the scene where we do have sex in episode 5 was for a point.
For the
And
smiley face.
Was for the smiley, but it was also to show Ray being conflicted because this guy moves into his house and he's having a hard time with it, and even Ray is resistant to having this hot guy have sex with him, which shows the level of his walls and his blockage. You should have had a colonoscopy.
You talking about me? The hot guy?
No, Ray.
Oh.
Like Ray being resistant. Yes, Trevor.
Also, I mean, like we do want to market it to the masses. Our audience is already watching it. We want to market it to everybody. We want this show to be like a worldwide hit phenomenon.
Well, this is what I'm saying though. I will not shy away from using sex if it works for the story to appeal to the masses.
Yeah.
Because I just want to tell the story I want to tell. However, the story I want to tell is not some kind of,
it's not an OnlyFans subscription.
What is it called? Traveler. The one that Matt Bomer was in.
Yeah.
Fellow Travelers. Fellow
Yeah.
Travelers had a shit ton of sex in it,
Yeah.
but it made sense. This is more of a comedy with a lot of dramatic moments, and you'll see some stuff this season.
Maybe if it gets picked up by a big platform in season 3, and the network wants it, then we'll do it.
If they're like, we want more sex, I'll find reasons that work with the story to put in more sex. Actually, season 3, my ideas for it. There is, in my mind, a lot of sex, but it's actually really funny sex.
It's side sex.
No, it's. I'll tell you after. I don't want to.
For our ears only.
Yes, exactly. Oh, hey, Left at Albuquerque's just tuning in. So he says, I see we are talking about labels, which is so limiting, both to those who identify as something and those who may or may not be disappointed by arbitrary limits. Agreed. I'm not a big label guy.
But to each their own.
Yeah.
Some people like
Well, exactly.
connect with super labels,
if that's-
such labels.
I agree with that too. I myself am not quite that, but I agree with Left at Albuquerque, and I agree with you.
I appreciate a label because if it doesn't match what I'm looking for, then it saves me.
Borg is asking, how about a throuple? I don't want to give away season 3.
You just gave it away.
No,
Kidding.
I'm just not saying yes or no. I'm leaving it more as an intrigue as opposed to just saying outright no. Being an old fart, first of all, I've seen your new haircut, and you're not, Richard. Great movies like Casablanca didn't need to have sex to show intimacy and longing. Yeah,
Very true.
I mean, here's the thing: is that
Yeah.
style of storytelling is so unfortunately dated now, and yet I love it. I think there's some stuff in season 2 you'll see that has great sexiness to it, that does not involve sex. There's some moments that are very sexy.
We should look into like writing a scene inspired by the Casablanca scene. Like the elements they use to make it sexy are still timeless.
Here's to looking at you.
You know what I mean? But like the sexy vibes, like that can be crossed over.
Well,
Just in color.
what I think I think
No
Richard
color.
uses the word longing, intimacy and longing, and I think we already have that in season
Yeah.
2. Season 2 has a lot of that because we've got this couple that's broken up, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of longing that goes on between
Yeah.
the two of them. From what I remember, any sex scene you have written deals with character development in that moment. Correct. Thank you. Left at Albuquerque again.
Exactly.
What a sexy voice Trevor has.
Yeah, it does. You do. It's a
Thank you.
very sexy voice.
It's his
Against him.
shush. Steven says sight is a non-penetrative thing. Yes. Thank you. Confirming. Irish Kevin just checked season 1, episode 1 to see if it has a closed caption, and I noticed that Rich's personal IG was also Ray's IG before his phone fell in the bowl. Yeah, I know. A little bit of a little Easter egg there. That is my IG.
I mean, I don't know if they know this. Season 1 was inspired by Rich's real life experiences. Inspired by, you know.
Yeah.
Season 2 is kind of a branch off
So
of that.
embarrassed.
Well, no, it still is. It's just different. It's
Different, yeah.
less of the personal relationship that inspired it. It's more of the
True.
life
I'm
experiences.
embarrassed. What's an IG?
Instagram.
Oh,
That thing we're
I
gonna
love
get you next
that.
week.
I love that.
That thing I'm gonna help you get next week.
I thought that was another term for colonoscopy.
I mean, that's fair.
Your IG, are you okay? Your IG is
It's an
okay?
internal
Your personal.
groping.
I love
Internal
you.
growth.
Oh, I've had that done. I've had an IG done then.
Okay, so Bo Stith says, and I agree with this, sexiness, and I think you mean sex here. It might be a typo. Sexiness and sex are different. I enjoy the idea in my mind than in my face. More in your mind than in your face. Right. Although sex in your face can be kind of hot. Yeah, okay. So last bit here. We've done everything. We've talked about Ultraman. We talked about our pending information coming up imminently about what our LA physical premiere will be. And by the way, that premiere tickets will be available if you happen to be in LA, if you want to come to LA. We'll have a limited amount of tickets to sell. And also we'll have a couple tickets. I know there's a few people who contributed at a certain level.
We should give some away, like a raffle.
Oh, I don't want to do any more raffles.
Not
Any more
raffle,
fun-
not raffle, like a lottery of people who.
Well, the problem is if we do a screening, if it's a fundraiser screening, we can't do that.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Gedde, you need an IG pronto.
Okay.
Thank you, Boost. Porn is porn. And
But-
this is different.
Yes. Yeah. I know. It's so funny when people like see the show and they say, where's your OnlyFans page?
Yeah.
This is my OnlyFans page.
I also don't want to take work away from those who do OnlyFans and porn. Like they deserve that credit. And
Yeah.
ageism sucks. I'm starting to feel it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do people call you sir? Ever?
Yeah.
Like, excuse me, sir.
There's like there's kids that come to the bar like, oh, I just turned 21 today. I'm like, oh, and then they don't laugh at my jokes, and then they call me old, and I can't hear them.
Wait a second.
I'm like, what?
Well, they don't know
So-
who the Beatles
What?
are anymore.
If you can't hear me and you don't laugh at my jokes, I mean,
I'm getting old.
because I'm very funny.
Be excited for season 2, you guys. It's so good.
Left in Albuquerque didn't know the difference between an IG and an IUD.
Thank you.
Are we getting any recognition when we audition for other projects from this show? No. It's not well known enough. I don't audition for anything. These guys are actors.
I haven't been auditioning. I've been working on personal stuff.
Okay. So, but I think when season 2 comes out, I think opportunities will be had by many people. James, Chuck, Gedde, obviously, Trevor, June, even. Like, I don't know if June has been seen this way before.
Yeah.
Debbie. So I think it'll be good.
Landing a network would be very helpful in that aspect, in that regard.
So if you happen to, again, work at a network, know somebody who works at a network, know somebody who's a producer who has sold shows to networks, get them to look at the disappointments.
You know, someone with a casting couch, let me know. I'm not above it.
Or below.
He's below it. He's below it. I won't say anything. Okay, so last chance. Anybody have anything? Any questions about the trailer you saw? If you haven't seen the trailer, if you've come to us late, there's a new trailer that's been posted on the YouTube page. This is the trailer that we're going to be showing to any interested party who might want to buy the show. It's our first sort of like giving them a business card, except it's a trailer. And if they look at the trailer and they're intrigued, we will then let them see the show. And if they love it, we'll be like, yeah, okay, $10 million share. And a guarantee for 3 more seasons? Sure. Okay. No questions? Anybody?
Go once.
Good luck.
Go
Thank you,
twice.
Borg. All right, so let's wrap it up. We've been here for an hour and a half.
Wow.
I know, I'm starving.
Yeah.
I had a colonoscopy. I haven't eaten in 24 hours.
You've been, what's it called?
Fasting?
Fasting.
That's why I'm so svelte.
Svelte.
That's why I'm so skinny. All right. Thank you, people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all for tuning in.
Again,
it
happy
means a
Pride. God damn it, there was one thing I was going to say about Pride. I'm not
Say
going
it.
to.
Say it.
It's not too late.
Okay, so what I was going to say about Pride is happy Pride, first of all, Pride Month. Celebrate your ass off. Have a great time. Celebrate who you are. Celebrate who your friends are. Embrace everybody. But remember that this all came out of a struggle, and the struggle still exists. Like, don't forget, like, while you're partying, what is at the heart and soul of this, and that is to make sure that our rights, especially now what's happening in this country, and I think it's going to get a lot worse depending on how the election goes.
There's so much more work to do.
Oh,
We got a big fight.
I hate
ahead of us.
thinking
So
about that, but yeah.
recharge yourself with the celebration and have fun, but always remember we have to continue the fight that began way before any of us were born, including him. Fellow travelers. See fellow travelers and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. And okay. No, don't know Del Shores. But yeah, I know he had a hard time getting his stuff out there.
Yep, sure did.
We don't want to have that. Here's what we want. There was a show on HBO called what's that show with Neil Patrick Harris? Uncoupled.
Yeah.
Uncoupled. I don't want to diss it, but I will just say that I think it was people couldn't relate to it. Gay people couldn't necessarily relate to that show for many reasons. They, living this privileged life in New York City, all this money that they had. It's sort of a fantasy show, but it wasn't grounded in any reality that I know, and neither was the humor. I would just say if we had the money that they had to make that show, if we had that money, we would have an amazing show called The Disappointments, which we already have, but that's what we could have. So
I would not be here. I'd be in a yacht somewhere. Sorry. You'll be with me. You'll all be with me.
Thanks.
We'd be in the same yacht.
Okay, Chris Maloney. By the way, Chris Maloney, you're not Chris Maloney. You're not Christopher Maloney, right? Just checking.
I was wondering.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming. Again, happy Pride. you
Happy
haven't
Pride.
check out the trailer that's now on YouTube, the new trailer, and stay tuned for
Leave
news.
comments, leave likes, let us know what you think.
Subscribe, please subscribe, and we'll give you updates. Check my Instagram, and you'll find out about
Keep your eyes peeled for Geddy's new Instagram.
the premiere.
My GI?
IG.
IG?
Yes, your GI tract, Geddy.
Keep your eyes out for his.
Can you believe this guy? He knew all his lines for season 2. He didn't forget any of them. I was shocked. Okay, let's wrap it up.
So was I.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining us, guys, men, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
What do you got?
Oh, bye. That's better.
Bye.
Oh, bye.